Hey, other 60 people out there. Decided to jump into a match with my Caernarvon, a tank I didn't get rid of, and a tank who has a new turret. It's new for me because I haven't played in a while. And you can see that it looks very similar to the Action 10 Centurion turret. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same. Got steeply raked. I haven't found it's overly that fantastic. I don't even know if it's better than the previous one, but for some reason the Caernarvon just agrees with how I play. I'm not entirely sure why. It's probably because it's a super accurate gun. Like, it's really damn... I find it's consistently accurate for me, and it shoots really fast. And the gun depression is good. And honestly, I find I do more damage in this tank than I do in like an IS-3 or a 110. The upper plate is still pretty damn strong. The sides are absolutely terrible, but sometimes you do get shots that get eaten up, so that's not so bad. In general, the tank doesn't really like going too much faster than about about 33, 35. Like, even going downhill, you're having trouble breaking 36. So you're not going to win any 100-meter dashes really with it. I happen to be driving out my pal Frank. He is in the FE422P, and we're going to pretty much tag team everyone in this entire game. That was my cat. She just smashed over a box. Okay, so we've got a T20, and I'm just going to drive right around him. Now, going around this corner, if you go around and you don't see anybody, that pretty much means that everyone is either camped on top of the hill back and to the left, or there's just nobody there. So it's pretty much a cue to push. So I drive up, put one into the side of the type, and for whatever reason it just bounced, and then that Cromwell just got hammered by the artillery. So I put one into the type, and me and Frank just decided not to stop. So he's coming in to my left, and we're going to pound some damage into this type. And with the penetration of this gun, it's pretty easy to pen the lower plate on it. And then the T-34, again, I can go through the anywhere in the hull on the T-34, no problem whatsoever. And he really wanted to shoot Frank. So I'm just going to pop forward, I'm going to take my shots, and then roll back behind the wreck. He didn't ever really deviate from wanting to shoot Frank. He just kept pointing his gun at him, and then he looks like he just kind of gave up at the end. And one on the side of the turret, and bango. We're looking pretty good. This tank in this flank is rolling not too badly. The only problem is the T-34 died in a really crappy spot, so now I have to drive around him. And the Caernarvon's not really that great at climbing. Not a lot of engine power. The FE422 doesn't go any faster really, but it definitely has a better power to rate ratio. It happens to climb a lot better. So we get a shot into the back of the SU-2244, and he's pretty much screwed now. And then he gets killed by the clicker. Next, we got a Super Pershing. He decided not to really leave base, just to hang out here. Put a shot into the top of his turret. He's not really deciding to move that much. So we're going to shoot him again. And again, he's not really paying attention to me. It's like he wants to shoot the Tiger or something down there. Unfortunately, the shot didn't go exactly where I wanted to. It looks like it clipped the top of the gun mantlet behind the other gun shield, and I think it happened again there. When I have a chance to shoot an SU, I'm going to do it. I'll shoot an SU before I'll even shoot artillery. Our T-150 is pretty gung-ho. He's driving in there. See, the accuracy of the gun is pretty fantastic. This is why I like it. It doesn't do a heck of a lot of damage in comparison to other Tier 8 heavy tanks, but I just like it. It just aims in quick, and I feel like I'm going to hit what I'm shooting at. I'm not going to be able to shoot him again before he's around the corner. Take the shot anyway, but having to roll back in there and try and get back around and take out that 1375, and if they're going to push it on our Cap. And he can even shoot him. Move a little bit. which ain't too bad. And I think I actually have a better reload, or the same reload as the FE4202 P. It's probably like the same, but I think I have a better crew than Frank. So now the goal is to try and catch this AMX 75 if he's going to try and cap, or if he's going to try and get out of the cap. So we got to keep rolling. You can see I'm not really keeping up too well. I'm going to lose a lot more momentum going over stuff than the FE will. And there he is. He's on 66 health, so any shot should be able to hit him and take him out. Roll up. Got a pretty good shot away on him there. And it was not an auto aim. And I think that was the ISU, or maybe that was the T-20 from base shooting at me. Now we can just marvel at the beautiful glory of the Caernarvon. See, I got pinned in the lower plate. Looks like I skimmed one off the turret. And something with HE maybe blasted off the turret there. Yeah, this is a tank I probably won't ever get rid of. I enjoy driving it, and it's honestly like, I think this is actually my highest damage output Tier 8 heavy tank. I do more damage in this than I do in virtually everything else. But it can only be played in certain ways. Like, you can't go in and brawl fight with it quite as well as an IS-3, because you're not going to bounce shots off your ass and your sides and things like that seem to happen with the IS-3 that don't really even seem to happen with like a 110. Like, the 110's got a nice pike nose and stuff, but it just doesn't seem to bounce as much as an IS-3, just because it doesn't have the spaced armor and crap all over the sides. And I'm slowly getting outpaced by the FE as we crawl across the back of the map here. Someone wasn't very happy about our camping T-20 on the enemy team. He ended up doing a fair bit of damage, but I think it was mostly just from opportunistic camping opportunities that he had. And me and Frank are both really healthy. We rolled through that other flank almost unscathed. And I'm just going to try and swing as wide as I can. Got a shot on him on the move. And he's at 89 hit points left. I'm kind of lucky on that shot, but that wasn't going too fast with 25, and the tank's really pretty capable at hitting stuff on the move. I don't really think the turret changes a heck of a lot about the vehicle, but I thought I would take another look at it now that it had changed, and it turned out to be a pretty good stomper of a game. And then we run into the T-20, and that is just never going to block anything, basically, as far as armor goes, especially against this gun. And I got hit by both of them right there, and I didn't have a repair kit anymore. So we'll roll up. Frank's going to put one into him. And now it's only one more before he's down. Going to aim in real quick. Make sure I fully aim it because I don't want to miss. Take another shot from the T-20, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He's pretty much toast. Again, going to roll up on the move, bounce one off the front of the hull, and managed to put one into him, and shark the kill from Frank at the end. Ended up doing like 5 less than 4,000 damage, and it turned out to be a mastery game with high caliber and Top Gun and Radleys, because it was 8 kills. And between me and Frank, we killed 2/3 of the enemy team by ourselves. And yeah, it was a pretty good game in one of my favorite Tier 8 heavy vehicles. You can see that looks-wise, the turret here is fairly similar looking to the FV. It looks like the cheeky bits are a little bit modeled a little bit differently on the action, whereas on the FE they're swept back a little bit differently. And if you look at it on the sides, the little toolboxes and things on the sides of the turret aren't quite the same. Looks like it's more angled all the way more on the sides in this little lip, as opposed to this kind of coming up to that point and then pulling back. But I don't know if changing the turret has made the tank any stronger. It does seem to pull bounces. Anything that seems to hit it in these general areas here, it does seem pretty bouncy. And I have even found that the FE's turret is kind of bouncy in some places if you're moving, but you got to be careful because what I have found in playing this tank, the FE in particular in the last couple games, is that so much of this turret sticks out over top of where your sniper scope is it gets you killed really easy. So you got to pay attention to that on both of these vehicles. There's so much sticking up over top of where your gun actually is. It's not like an IS-3 where there's like barely anything above here. It's sticking out except for that little dead spot on the top. You got to watch out for that. But yeah, generally a really good game. And it was the Caernarvon is pretty much the first Tier VIII heavy tank that I really enjoyed playing, and the Conqueror is a bonkers awesome tank. And until they bring out the proper Chieftain, I'm not really interested in playing the paper 215B. So we'll just stick with the Caernarvon and the Conqueror for now. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Talk to you later. Bye.